6 years ago, there was within the Soviet orbit 180 million people. Lined up on the anti-totalitarian side, there were in the world at that time roughly 1,625,000,000 people. Today, only 6 years later, there are 800 million people under the absolute domination of Soviet Russia, an increase of over 400%. On our side, the figure has shrunk to around 500 million. In other words, in less than 6 years, the odds have changed from 9 to 1 in our favor to 8 to 5 against us. This indicates the swiftness of the tempo of the communist victories and the American defeats in the Cold War. As one of our outstanding historical figures once said, when a great democracy is destroyed, it will not be from enemies from without, but rather because of enemies within. The reason why we find ourselves in this position of impotency is not because our only potential enemy has sent men to invade our shores, but rather because of the traitorous actions of those who have been treated so well by this nation. It has not been the less fortunate, or members of the minority groups who have been traitorous to this nation, but rather those who have had all the benefits that the wealthiest nation on earth has to offer, the finest homes, the finest college education, and the finest jobs in government that we can give. I have here in my hand a list of 205, a list of names that were made known by the Secretary of State as being members of the Communist Party, and who nevertheless are still working and shaping policy in the State Department. As you know, very recently the Secretary of State proclaimed his loyalty to a man guilty of what has always been considered as the most abominable of all crimes, being a traitor to the people who gave him a position of great trust, high treason.